That is the lie.
Oh, she got you. Oh my gosh.
Welcome, everybody, to another round of Two Truths, One Lie. 6 rounds, 6 lies, childhood, school days, professional lives, past relationships, breaking the law, and things that made you cry.
I am very excited. Are you excited?
I'm excited. I am unsure what you have in store here.
How we feeling?
Not good. A little nervous.
We tell each other pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we live together, so.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Oh. Did you finish your sentence
No.
before that hand went up?
I told you I'm competitive.
I once met Al Gore at a cheesecake factory. My dad let me skip school to go to the movies with him all day. I accidentally let go of my 3-year-old sister's sled when I was pulling her up a hill, sending her down all by herself.
Would Bruce let her skip school? I don't think so. I think that's the lie.
Ooh, and Bruce is a dad name.
Yeah.
He's right.
Oh, we got it.
I didn't go with Rachel's sled. Like, I was like, yeah, that definitely seems like it happened.
I was pulling her up in an inner tube and someone else came down and like the sled hit her. And so it sent the thing out of my hand and she went down the hill all by herself and was like sobbing. You would go tubing on a ski mountain, so they weren't like little hills. It was like, they were.
Oh my God. It was a double black diamond.
I cracked my head open and needed to get stitches 7 different times. I threw up during that time and hid it for the whole day. I was 1 minute away from a wall collapsing on me.
7 times seems like a lot. But from what I've heard from your parents, like, you were a dumb kid. You threw up during nap time sounds disgusting. I also wouldn't hold you past it, though. The lie is you were, like, what, seconds away from a wall collapsing on you?
That'd be correct.
Oh, she got it.
It was like preschool, so you have your nap time, right? I had asked multiple days in a row, like, can I go use the restroom? He had gotten mad at me for asking to use the restroom. So I'm laying there and I'm feeling sick and I'm like, oh, I can't ask him to use the restroom because he's gonna get mad at me. And then I went, and I threw up on the ground. And I look around, everyone's asleep, so no one notices. So I grab my blanket and I throw it on top of it. And I guess it started to smell. Towards the end of the day, they lifted my thing up and found like all the throw up on the ground.
I once ran away from home and ended up pitching a tent in the neighbor's backyard. Mom and Dad were able to see me, so they just let me sleep out there. On the weekends, I would climb up the drain pipe to the roof of our elementary school and rummage around to see what I could find. I once tried to nail a jump on my bike and ended up pulling the handlebars so hard that midair I flipped backwards and landed on my head.
I think number 2 is the lie.
Wrong! You are wrong, Lynch!
Seriously?
Remember I told you, I used to fucking Spider-Man up that drain pipe and climb up on the roof, and there would be balls and stuff up there, and I'd huck them over and then crawl on back down. I never ran away from home. I knew what I had.
I once got lost in Disney World for 3 hours when I was only 6 years old. I used to jump off the 10-meter platform at my mom's college pool when I was only 3 years old. I almost drowned floating in a turtle flotation device in a lake.
There's no way you went to Disney World when you were 6. That's a lie.
It is my lie, but I did go to Disney World when I was 6, but I didn't get lost for 3 hours. I thought you would believe that I got lost for 3 hours because I wander off. I threw her off with like that, no way you jumped off a 30-foot frickin' platform when you're 3. Yes, I did.
You're a good swimmer, I believe that.
That's really high up for a 3-year-old. Would you let Emma jump off of a 30-foot platform? Why did you not think I went to Disney World? Just because I was poor?
Yeah,
I knew it.
You want
I
me to
knew
answer
it.
that question?
Yeah, yes. The people want to hear
single
that question.
I cut my cousin's hair because I got gum stuck in it. I got sliced in the forehead with an ice skate. My mom would not let me shave my legs, so I used to cut off my leg hairs with scissors.
It just seems too dumb for you. Like, I feel like you're too smart to do that. But I do think it's the ice skating incident.
I did get my forehead cut with an ice skate. I did not cut my cousin's hair because I got gum stuck in it. She got gum stuck in her own hair and it wasn't me.
But you did cut your leg hair.
I did cut my leg, yeah.
When I was 9, I was a competitive gymnast and placed 4th in the state in the final competition. When I was in 6th grade, you all had to learn how to square dance, and I won the award for the best female square dancer.
Yeah, she did.
I hope that's true. I really hope that's true.
When I was about 7 or 8, my grandma taught me how to make her fuzzy navel cocktail so that I could be her little bartender.
I know that one's true, and that was Grandma Lynch. I know you were a competitive gymnast. The square dancing is the lie.
Yeah, you're right.
I am a little bummed. Because then I was going to ask if we could see a little something.
I was kicked off the soccer team for refusing to put my newly permed hair up in a ponytail. I sat on a table and broke it in half in front of the entire middle school. We once faked an earthquake drill with the sub to get out of class.
How old are you?
This was 6th grade.
Didn't happen.
That happened!
Did it really?
They did not kick me off the soccer team.
No.
I actually got an award for being so much of a princess at the end of the season.
Now that I believe.
I was in a sci-fi club. I was the MVP of the state championship game. I stole AirPods and Apple Pencils and sold them back to their original owners.
I think the sci-fi club is true because I was flipping through a yearbook and I'm pretty sure I saw your little picture in there. But then I think the Apple Pencil, I'm pretty sure that's true. I don't think that you won MVP.
I won MVP, it's just we never won a state championship.
Okay. Well, I still got the lie.
You did.
My senior year of football, we lost. Their kicker doinked in a 56-yard field goal.
In high school.
In high school.
Julia and I got caught drinking tequila poppers in the back of the bus on field trip with the French club. My basketball team got kicked out of an entire town for fighting and running around when we went for a tournament. I would often perform stand-up after eating lunch on Senior Square, Mike and all.
Number 1 is the lie.
But that means you think she got kicked out of an entire town.
Yeah. I do.
The lie is Julia and I got caught drinking tequila poppers in the back of the bus. We never got caught.
Oh, did you really do that? Oh my gosh.
My friend and I made ninja weapons out of metal chains and wood and brought them to school in 3rd grade. I got suspended for a half a day in 5th grade because I was holding fireworks that some other student had brought in. I almost got expelled for flooding the science lab in high school.
Good
Wow,
options.
they all track. That is tough. I don't think you're crafty enough to make the ninja weapons. I think the ninja weapons are a lie.
Give me that point.
No!
Let's go.
Why are you so handy making ninja weapons, but nothing else?
So the lie is
Flooding the school.
I didn't get expelled, nor did they ever find out that it happened, but I did flood the science room.
Okay.
While I was altar serving for school mass, I dropped the bowl of communion bread onto the floor. I was vice president of my middle school's student council in 8th grade. I had to write an apology letter in 3rd grade after throwing a rock at a girl I didn't like. Ow!
What did this girl do to you?
Honestly, probably nothing.
Okay, that's true then. That's true. You could easily be vice president for your 8th grade class because there was like only like 4 people. I feel like you didn't drop the communion bowl. Yeah.
That is
Got
a
it.
lie.
Oh.
My sophomore year in high school, I was part of the astrology club. My senior year of college, 1/4's classes consisted of flower arranging, glass blowing, and social dance. In high school, I played on a tennis team. However, additionally, I followed the Northern California circuit playing in tennis tournaments.
Astrology is a lie. I mean,
straight up.
come on.
I'm so into astrology.
I know, but you graduated high school in what year?
1980.
They're not going to have an astrology club. Were you
Well, maybe I
thinking
didn't
to
think it
write
through.
astronomy?
Maybe I didn't think it through.
I spent one summer handing out samples of Gas X at various food fests in Chicago. I used to sneak to-go food items out of the bag when I worked at P.F. Chang's.
Wait, what?
You got a little
Like
snack.
I used to, like people would go to pick up their to-go and we'd take the little boxes out so we could stash them to eat later.
You would just steal people's food?
We're getting a snack for later.
She's like, basically, yes, I was stealing to-go food at the front and we were calling it snacks. I'm like, that's not like eating off of someone's plate. That's even worse. That's like you're just stealing their food.
The hostesses, we were hungry. I once sold lemonade all day to be able to join the Mary Kate and Ashley fan club.
That I would believe. But I would also believe that you stole to-go food and just called it snacks. I'm gonna go with the Mary Kate and Ashley as the lie.
That's not the lie.
The
I
P.F.
didn't
Chang's.
steal the food.
God.
I didn't steal the food. Nunchucks over here thinking I'm stealing the food.
I crashed my boss's work truck. I stole from my boss's alcohol cabinet.
You steal from like everybody's alcohol cabinet.
I got high and took a 3-hour break that to me only felt like 10 minutes.
Was this the job in Pullman?
It was all landscaping and construction. Yeah.
Okay. I think the lie is that you crashed your boss's truck. There's nothing in Pullman. Where would you crash it?
That is the lie.
Oh, she got you. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I didn't crash the truck, but I was there when the truck was crashed. We had a trailer on the back.
God.
And like I had known about like trailers because like in Hawaii you like drive boats around and stuff like that and like they have fishtails. This kid didn't realize that and he's kept backing up and the thing just swung around. Smacked the side of this truck.
I once showed up to work still drunk from the night before and had to work 6 hours in the children's clothing department and deal with all the idiot parents. My coworkers and I decided to sabotage our supervisor because she was such a bitch and accidentally ended up getting her fired. Our entire work party was cut off from ordering drinks at the bar.
That one's a truth. Number 2 is the lie.
Correct.
Yeah, you got it. Woo.
I really didn't know that one. I did not know.
I was going to be late for my Pee Wee football game, but I had to finish my paper out first or my mom wouldn't drive me. I took the rest of the papers and I threw them in a dumpster and told her I finished. I have never actually been fired from a job. My first job was as a dishwasher and I quit one day after I started.
You did not do the Pee Wee football one. That's the lie.
That is not the lie.
It's the dishwasher one.
No.
Oh, you have been fired.
I worked at a car wash, Mr. Glow. The manager, Damon, loved me. I went to an Usher concert. I made some poor decisions that night. I was supposed to open the car wash the next day for Memorial Day. Huge car wash day. I was supposed to be there at 6 a.m. and I intentionally didn't show up. I just was like, nope, I'm not feeling too hot from that Usher concert last night. I danced a little too hard. Yeah! My boss tried to not fire me. He's like, I can cover for you. Can you just tell me you were like sick or something? I was like, no, I wasn't sick, man. I went to a concert last night and they're like, I just didn't make it. I'm really sorry. And he's like, what? That's it? Like, can you just give me an excuse? Like he was trying to give me an out of like, it's okay. It's the only job I've ever been fired from. And it was because I wanted to be fired.
A company rented out Santa Monica Pier for the day for a photo shoot and let us go on all the rides. I got kicked off a set from a photo shoot for having lice. In the waiting room before a commercial audition, I hit my head on a pole and got a goose egg on my forehead, but ended up booking the audition.
I'm gonna say the Santa Monica one is the lie.
Nope.
Oh.
I did not book that commercial.
But you did have a goose egg?
I did have a goose egg, yeah. I was doing like little flips on this like railing thing, hit my head, and like 2 seconds after there's a giant bump on my forehead.
I painted little Hawaiian scenes on fingernails at local arts and crafts fairs. I sold Hershey candy bars door to door to raise money to buy my parrot Miley. I worked in a cosmetic department when I lived in Hawaii and handed out perfume samples.
Number 2 is the lie.
I had a parrot.
I know you did, but you didn't go around selling
right.
not door to door.
No, you're right. Well, I would never do that.
See?
I don't know.
I know.
I just thought if I threw the
I
hard
get it, honey.
truth.
I get it. It's sweet. She'd work at a fair for like, what, 2 weeks or something?
Yeah.
And raise money for college.
I'd sit at a booth and I'd paint little pictures on people's fingernails.
Oh, I might have to have my fingernails done
It's
sometime.
impressive.
I once ghosted a guy because he wore running shoes on a first date. I once went on a date with the drummer from Wilco. When I confessed to my high school crush that I liked him, he responded with, I know, and not in a cute Han Solo way.
I think she did not ghost a guy for wearing running shoes on a date.
Nope, that is true. I have never gone on a date with the drummer from Wilco.
Oh!
When I met her, like, she was going to live music shows all the time. She's gorgeous. Like, it made sense. That tracked. Like, I didn't think. Well played. Well played, you.
I went on 4 dates with a girl, and I never made a move. I dated a sophomore as a senior. I got rejected for junior prom in front of all of my friends.
And you went on 4 dates with this girl and never made a move, but you were a junior, so I think that's the lie.
No, that's not the lie.
Why?
I've been rejected to a prom, but not to a junior prom.
Now you got to tell us about this proposal.
I had a whole sign and everything. The worst part about it wasn't even that, like, I got rejected when I held the sign. Like, this girl avoided me. Like, avoided me. Like, we couldn't even find her on campus. Like, we told her friends I was there,
She was in
and she
hiding.
avoided me.
That's so sad.
Laura and I have been together for 32 years, but there was a year where we were broken up. I dated a woman for a week, just so she could take me with her on her weekend trip to Tahoe, where we went skiing, ate great food, and gambled, only to break up with her 3 days later. I just wanted a trip to Tahoe. I made out with a guy in the back of Kelly's mom's Trans Am while we went from the cruise to the liquor store so he could buy us wine coolers. Julie and Kevin went around the bar finding me makeout partners to help me get through our breakup.
I'm gonna say that was a lie. If that's true,
That's true, baby! The lie was the date of the girls I could get a free trip to Tahoe. That was you. You remember when you went to Tahoe when we were broken up and you went on that trip to Tahoe? That girl, and then like afterward you were like, okay, bye. And you're like, I just wanted a free trip to Tahoe.
whatever.
The girl I lost my virginity to punched me in the face about 3 hours after we broke up. I once almost froze to death at the base of San Moritz in Switzerland trying to hitchhike to meet a girl because I didn't realize the train stopped running at 7 p.m. in that country. I once wrote a love poem to a random girl I had a crush on in college, and we ended up dating for 2.5 years after that.
Jayse did not almost die trying to meet a girl. You almost died.
I got her! 4-4.
The love poem.
The love poem.
Yeah.
I gave the
Damn
love
it.
poem. We
it
did
was
not
too
date.
short.
I went to prom with a boy who is now allegedly dating Neymar's ex-girlfriend. I used to date an athlete who has now won a very, very prestigious award. I have never signed up for a dating app.
Well, the second one's true because you're dating me, you know, prestigious awards. I'm gonna say the never had a dating app is a lie.
Correct.
Okay.
Got it! Oh!
Is he the prestigious award?
No, I'm not. I just wanted to do that to make myself feel good.
Here, we'll give you a prestigious award. Editors, give him a graphic.
You got a very prestigious award.
Ding!
I would like to accept this.
Dated someone whose room was just dirty enough that if I had to stay the night, I'd sleep with a hoodie and with the hood pulled over my head.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
I dated someone who broke up with me at a party we were at and announced it at the DJ booth over the microphone. Unbeknownst to me at the time, I dated a coke dealer.
Number 2 is the lie. Nobody broke up with you. You broke up with them.
That's true.
What?
There's nobody to break up with because I didn't date.
That's very true. We were together for 3 years before she would say we were dating. And we were living together for 3 years.
I was arrested by a bike cop outside of a party in college.
Fact.
I was given detention for sneaking into the cafeteria kitchen looking for snacks after school. I used to bribe our parking lot security guard with candy bars to be able to sneak off campus.
True, so the second one's a lie.
Whoa, quick.
Oh,
Yep.
it was quick, yeah. No, I was never given detention.
Candy bar guy, what the heck's going on there?
Oh, James, he was great. He would,
Oh, James!
if you wanted to sneak off campus at lunchtime, just bring a couple Reese's.
Okay, I was gonna ask,
Some
was there a brand? Like, what
Snickers.
was it? Was Snickers or
Yeah,
Reese's?
and he would sing to you after you give him the candy bar, and you were clear to go to Chipotle.
He would sing?
Something about like the jungle. I don't know if he was singing like "Welcome to the Jungle" or, but there was
Welcome
like somewhere.
to the jungle!
There's jungle was somewhere.
I've got
in
chocolate
there.
bars!
Yeah.
Or something, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly like that. You
Okay.
nailed it.
I got caught trespassing, going on an illegal hike. I've stolen upwards of 5,000 from a big time store, and I've drove for years without my license.
The license one is true because
Yeah.
I knew you didn't get your license until like you were over 18 and I was like, what's wrong with you? You've never got caught on an illegal hike.
That is true.
Okay.
Yeah.
They say no trespassing and you're gonna get caught in Hawaii. And then where are they?
This hike is called Stairway to Heaven, and it goes all the way to the top of the Ko'olaus, which is like the main mountain range, and you can like just see out over the island.
And then just get high
That's
and forget
beautiful.
about how time works.
Yeah, right.
Julie and I once got kicked out of a basketball game because we kept hitting the girl that broke Kelly's ribs in a game the year before. I once got caught drag racing on the roads behind the school because a cop saw me turn my lights off to see if someone was coming around the corner before I drifted. I dove into the backs of several different cars on Saturday nights during high school at the lake because we were drinking, and when the cops showed up, we all just had to make a run for it.
That's a lot of story with Julie. Did you notice
Julie is an instigator is what it sounds
We
like.
had a good time. We had a good time.
that? I'm gonna say number 3 is the lie.
That's true, baby!
Oh my God!
I never got caught turning my lights off on a drag race.
I feel like we're casually talking about something that you were doing that was incredibly dangerous.
Well, see, I feel like it was safe because by turning the lights off and turning them back on, then I knew if cars were coming. If I didn't do that and just did it, that's dangerous.
I once took a road flare out of a school bus and melted a porta potty to the ground. Half the fire department and police force of my small hometown came out to put it out, and I made the local paper. I got busted selling weed on my senior choir trip to Chicago, and I was sent home halfway through. Me and my friend got into a high-speed chase with the police when we got busted smoking pot my freshman year of college. We got pretty far, but eventually my buddy pulled over, and then we had guns drawn to our head, and going to jail was certainly not worth getting stoned.
The second one, the choir trip. You did not sell weed on your choir trip.
I 100% did.
But you didn't get sent home?
But I didn't get sent home.
Yep, he didn't get sent. I knew that one was it. I got it.
I threw a lot of half-truth, partly lie. I knew that there were flares on a bus because my grandma drove a bus. And I was like, if this bus is open, I'm gonna take the flares, and we're gonna bounce on this next game of laser tag and go melt some stuff. Dropped one down the pipe on the top of the thing so it would go down, and then just chucked one right in the actual toilet. We leave, we're like, total dud. We drive away, and we hear sirens. And then we see giant smoke clouds, and we're like, holy crap. It was a chemical fire. So it melted all in on itself, it completely collapsed, and it burned for like hours.
I took my mom's car out when I was 14 to go hang out with my friends. I would call the school, pretending to be my mom to excuse my absences. I got my fake ID taken away, and the bouncer threatened to call the cops on me.
You driving and you getting your ID taken are the truth, and you calling yourself out of school is the lie.
Nope. The lie is I never took my mom's car out when I was 14. I was too scared of driving. I didn't even drive on the freeway until I was like 17.
Got a ticket and had to go to court for doing a runaround while dragging Maine. Runaround is where you're at a stoplight and everybody jumps out of the car, runs around it, and gets back in. Stole the clothes I wore for my senior portrait, used a fake ID to buy alcohol, and when they confiscated it and called the cops, I ran to my car and drove off.
I know number one is true. I know you went through a little stealing phase. We all had fake IDs, and I feel like if somebody would have said, hey, this is fake, I could see you just going, run. I'm gonna go fake ID is the lie.
Correct.
F***ing clutch, baby! When we go to her mom and dad's, we stay in her old bedroom, and her senior picture is still hanging up in there, and I can't wait to go back. And I'm gonna say, when your mom's there, is this the outfit you stole? I'm going, I wouldn't.
The first perfect run after the blizzard when we were skiing in Mammoth, finding out we were going to have a baby, and watching the Friends reunion special.
She did not cry when she found out that we were having a baby. I think I probably did, though.
He's right.
Got it!
I cried after losing the state championship game. I cried during Up. I cried during Endgame.
Babe. I think Endgame is really rough. The lie is that you cried from Up.
That's not the lie.
Yeah!
Yeah, I cry every time. Like, at least one tear comes out. That opening sequence where they grow old, that gets me every time.
I cried in front of my principal because I was afraid I was going to be suspended and would have to miss my volleyball game. I cry almost every time I think of the amazing life we've created together. I was constantly being moved from seat to seat in classes because I would get whomever I was sitting next to laughing so hard they were in tears.
I feel like you would fake cry to your principal just to be able to play in a volleyball game. I'm gonna have to say that's the truth. So I'm gonna say number 3 is a lie.
Incorrect! I never had to cry. I never got in trouble enough that I would get suspended.
In 5th grade, I got into a dryer and let my friends turn it on. The girl I was trying to impress laughed so hard, she cried tears of laughter and peed her pants. My first time ever hunting, my friend's dad shot what he thought was a bird up in a tree. It was a porcupine. I cried for about 2.5 hours and I never went hunting again. I cried at my college graduation because I had paid my own way and was so proud of myself that I was just overcome with emotion at what I had accomplished.
The hunting one I feel like is true, but the porcupine details, I think there's some holes in that one, the hunting one.
Yeah, in the porcupine.
Tie or you lose.
Follow your gut.
I don't think someone turned the dryer on you.
They absolutely did.
Oh, it was the porcupine.
Nope.
Oh!
No! You were so confident! I knew you didn't!
I did pay my own way. My stepdad helped me get a credit card to put the credit card on, and I had to do a balance transfer onto my own
Should
credit
have
card.
trusted my intuition. I knew there was.
I didn't go to my college graduation. I skipped it and I went surfing in Virginia Beach.
My mom and I screamed and cried when we thought I won $100,000 on a scratch-off ticket. I was at a park with Hunter when he was a baby, and I was watching an old lady blowing bubbles to her baby in a stroller, and the baby was laughing so hard it made me cry. I went and saw the movie My Life with Nicole Kidman and Michael Keaton and sobbed in the movie theater and couldn't even talk about the movie for days without crying.
Ooh.
Number 2's a lie. You're not that sweet.
Is she right?
Yes. I violently sobbed after finishing a book and the main characters died. I was so sad to graduate high school, I cried before my drive-through graduation. I cried over not eating rice for more than a week.
Well, I know the third one's true. I was with her. We haven't even been dating for like a full month yet. In Pullman, we don't have rice. Like, you're in the middle of nowhere. Eastern Washington. I come home and she's like, I want rice. I'm like, well, I can't get you rice. And she just starts crying. Also just like all right, I kind of mess with this chick. Like, I kind of love rice too, so. You wouldn't cry about high school. You'd be happy that you're no longer in it because you talk about how much you hate high school.
On my graduation, I was like, peace out.
In a score of 7-5, Jayse, you win.
Good job. You win.
What did you guys learn about each other today?
Man. You.
I learned that maybe I shouldn't have agreed to let my wife come to React Media.
Carter 5, Jayka 7.
Got you. We learned some helpful
Yeah.
information about each other.
Learn I need to check her hair every day. Don't know where she's been.
I told you don't listen to me. That's really what this boils down to. Who listens to who?
Thank you for watching us air out our dirty secrets here on React.
Tell us your secrets in the comments below.
Just give me
Don't make me say stuff.
Like and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.